welcome to Notary Educators with Coach Kimmi. How's it going? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Getting myself ready to get out of here. I thought I would hop on and go live for a moment, see what's going on in these notary streets. Just chat it up a little bit. For those of you who do not know, I am Coach Kimmi. I am a notary educator, and I teach people in these notary streets how to have a productive business that makes money, right? And in order to do that, you have to know your notarial skills. You have to be talented at what you do. People will not pay you to mess up their documents. They will not. You may get out there once and try it. It may go well for you, but you really need to learn how to do your notarial duties, to do them with excellence. All right. And that includes customer service. So we go over all these types of things with you in our actual mentorship program. And I'll tell you a little bit about that later. Okay. But I just thought I would hop on. A lot of times I'm still getting the question, how do I get started? What do I need to do? I'm working full time. That was a very popular question. It's a very popular question, rather, that I receive all the time. I work full time, but I want to do this business. How do I get started? So I gave a lot of practical tips yesterday, and it was kind of toward the end of the video. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about it again from the beginning and let this video be about how to do 9 to 5. We had quite a few members that were on yesterday, and they also co-signed and were telling you the truth. Signings happen literally every day, 7 days a week. So let's talk about how do you start the business. Now, I'm going to give you a little shortcut today, but if you want the whole nitty gritty, you can check out my Start Your Notary Business book that I've written for each state. Every state has their own book, How to Start Your Notary Business in Florida, California, New York, whatever state you're in, there's a book for you. All right, but I'm going to give you the short version today, okay? Cliff notes. So to start a notary business, you have to have your commission. Okay, typically you have to be 18 because they need to be able to sue you in case something goes wrong. But you have to be 18 years old. You do have to have your commission from your state. Most states don't require any testing or anything. There are a few that may have a little bit of training, but it's not going to be enough to really get you where you need to be to run a 6-figure business, a 2-figure business, or even to accept an assignment. Let's be clear. But it's something that's better than nothing. Okay. So next thing, we want to get the training, whatever that is, from the state. All right. Next step, you will get a few supplies. I do recommend having insurance. We are not stamping anybody's paper without insurance. I would not drive a car without insurance. I am not stamping a paper without insurance. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Okay. So you want to make sure that you're completely covered. Then after that, we're going to build out our business and make sure we have our LLC, our EIN, and all that kind of stuff, right? But to get started is not a requirement. To get started, you basically need your business cards. You need a notary journal. You need your stamp, some ink pens, some clipboards, some basic things like that. And that's what's going to get you started. Okay. And not to be underestimated is the value of training and mentorship. I can take you from having your commission to actually making money with it because I've already did it. I've already helped thousands of people in order to do that, right? And how do you say that? What's the proof, Kimmi? What's the receipts? First of all, over 20,000 people here on the YouTube channel. Not to mention all the other spaces that I walk in, my actual training sessions, the mentor sessions. We teach people. That's what we do, and not just teach them with the stamp what to do with it, but how to make money with it. That's the whole thing, right? You can have knowledge of how to do an acknowledgement, how to do a jurat all day long. But if you don't know how to actually make it a business, it's of no use to you, right? So welcome, everybody. So what questions do you have for me? What's stopping you from doing your business? So while I'm waiting on your questions, I want to give you some more tips. So if you're full-time and you're wanting to start a notary business, what does that look like? You're working Monday through Friday. You're tired when you get off. You have to feed the children. Hopefully you're going to the gym, working out, walking, doing something for yourself, right? When do you have time to do a business? It sounds exciting. It sounds like, wow, I would love to have my own business too, right? And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but how can you do it? And you can do it. A lot of my students and mentees are actually doing it in our notary family. Hey guys, welcome. Any questions, feel free to drop it. So what does that look like though? So if you're going to do the business full time, you would actually sign up with some signing companies, right? And they send out signings all day long. Again, they're not just sent out Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You got to remember the clients that we service. Hey, Des, how are you? Great morning to you too. You got to remember that the clients that we're helping, they also work 9 to 5. So sometimes they're not able to leave their jobs to have documents signed. They're not always having a mobile notary come to their job because they don't want people to know. So a lot of signings happen in the evening, 7, 8 o'clock at night, right? In the evenings or on the weekends. So the key though is to be flexible. If you want everything to be perfect, you won't have a business. You won't. But if you're that go-getter and you don't mind, you know what? I'm going to do a signing tonight. I'll do one per week. Even if it's one per week. One per week. Let's say $100. All is well. Thank you. Oh, great. Great. Welcome. Are you already in notary, Des? Are you thinking about it? How are you doing with your business? Yeah. So let's say you do one signing per week. Just one extra signing at $100. Okay. We're going to go on the low end. That's $400 a month. 400. What could you do with $400 a month? Could you pay your car payment? Mm-hmm. Yep. What could you do? So we got to change our mindset a little bit. It's not going to always be, well, I have this business and I'm going to be able to just go full blast and, just get my stuff and just start, quit my 9 to 5. That's not how this thing works. It's not. I did not just quit my 9 to 5. 90% of the people you see here on YouTube did not just quit their 9 to 5. I don't even encourage you just to do that. I'm about slow cooked meals. Slow cooked meals. We're going to get it done, but we got to do it in the right order so we can have sustainability. Okay. LaVictor. Hey, LaVictor. LaVictor says, does an attorney have to be present in Georgia? It depends on the documents. So yes, if it's a refinance, an attorney will always be present if the property is located in the state of Georgia. No doubt. And because you're in Georgia, Georgia's a little bit unique. I have this book that I wrote for the state of Georgia notaries, so you can check it out, okay, at your convenience. And it comes in an ebook also, because it's going to tell you what we can do. Our state is a little bit different. So for those of you who do not know, Georgia, certain documents, you got your refinances, full-blown mortgage purchases, anything where a person has a loan attached to the property and they could be evicted. Okay. Yes, it's on Amazon, but you can get it at notaryeducators.com, LaVictor. Notaryeducators.com under the book selection. Okay. Click the little button right there in the front. It says books. You can get it right there. It takes you right to your state. So what happens though? Oh, you're welcome. So what happens though for Georgia, like I said, we work a little bit differently. So I've been a notary here, and that's why I started my business. Actually, my whole everything, my YouTube channel, everything started because I wanted to be a notary in the state of Georgia, and no one would tell me how to do it. No one. I couldn't find anybody to explain because I kept hearing, we're an attorney state. Attorney state, you can't make any money here. You can't do that. You can't do documents. You can't do. I'm like, well, somebody's making some money because everything I see on YouTube is saying I can make it, but I had to figure it out. And even here, guys, you would be surprised at the number of times notaries go to the local commission office where we get our notary stamp, and they will be told, you might as well turn back around because you can't be a notary signing agent in the state of Georgia. You might as well turn back around because you can't do this. I'm like, why would they put that there? And you got to remember, guys, the state is not interested in you starting a business. They have zero interest in you starting a notary business. They have to give you certain laws and stuff because we're governed by them, right? But they're not going to sit here and write you a book on how to start your business. It wasn't even designed for that, right? But no more than Instacart was designed, okay? No more than Instacart was designed to, who knew we were going to be paying people to bring us our groceries? Who knew that? Who knew? I did it before. I did it for the first time, Instacart, and I've done Amazon, the grocery delivery, love it. But I needed something from Publix, so I had to do Instacart. That little joker, that cost me almost $50 that day. I was so mad, but I really wanted it. I didn't want to go out at night. I didn't want Jeffrey to go back out, so I ordered it. Okay, you got to have a certain amount in order to order it. But my point is though, all these different things now that we're able to do, And I hear a lot of YouTubers say, well, it was never designed to make money. Well, guess what? A lot of stuff wasn't designed to make money, but now it's making money. Just cutting your grass. Who knew that people would have full-blown lawn cutting businesses, right? The lawnmower was created to cut your grass, not for you to make money to do other people's grass, but that's what's going on. That's what's going on. The TV designed to watch in your home, but now all these streaming things, Netflix, every channel has a streaming device that we used to could watch for free, but we're paying for that. So now people are paying us as notaries for the convenience to come to their home, go to their office, come after hours, early in the morning, late at night, go to the hospital, go to the nursing home where their mom and daddy at, right? Because they can't get out. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Is this making sense? Put a 1 in the chat if this is making sense. Put a 1. 1 if it's making sense. 0 like, girl, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm prepared for a few zeros, but it better be mostly 1s. Let's see. Daxton Realty, hello, says, wow. Des says, yes, ma'am, I'm a notary, but I've never did the work. I took a class with your niece last year. I really need to get on board. So what's going on, Des? I know the one class, if you didn't execute immediately from the one class, you probably forgot everything. You probably just need to get back in the loop. And now we have the full-blown mentorship. So I don't know if that was available when you took the class with Alexis, but now we have full-blown mentorship. And I'll tell you what that looks like in just a second. Let me go ahead and answer your question right now. So to get back on board, though, I would really recommend get in the room where everything is happening. You see, every day people are here in our chat that are actually in our mentorship. They tell you how amazing it is. I don't have to, but I can because I created it. Okay? But what does mentorship look like? You come in, you actually learn the classes, right? 17 now, because I just added mystery shopping. If you did not know, there's a mystery shopping course, but you watch the courses. As you're watching the courses, you already have your supplies. You actually start going to work. You start marketing your business. In between time, every single week we meet live. If you're in the $27 option or the $47 option, we have 2. You could pick either one, and then we meet live weekly to coach you. What's going on in your business? What do you need help with? And you may say, well, Kimmi, how do you do that with so many people? Because everybody's not talking. Everybody's at different stages. But whatever you're talking about, somebody else in the group is having the same issue, right? The same challenge, the same growth even. We have some people that's killing the field inspection game. So as they're learning about field inspections, they're telling us which companies are the best. We go sign up with it and everybody wins. So it's nice to be in the same room with like-minded people. Okay? You're trying to do your business with your cousins who don't know nothing about notary, who don't know nothing about building a business, and they're telling you, girl, you wasting your money. Everybody doing it. It's oversaturated. Da-da-da, right? You need to be in a room where it's actually happening. Nationwide, people are in our group. California, Nevada. We have a live chat if you're in the all-inclusive plan. Run 7 days a week. Right now, something going on over there. Jeffrey's handling it. But we have a live chat where the other notaries are experienced, been in the program longer. Yes, they can help you. So some people say, well, they already started. I'm new. So what? You want to be with people who already walked the walk that you're trying to go, the journey that you're trying to do. So I really recommend you get in a house whenever you're really ready, okay? Because the courses are there. It's all inclusive. The courses, the live piece, the live training, if you do the all-inclusive plan, and also the live chat. If you actually get an assignment and you don't know what to do, you don't have to go to a Facebook group. I don't even want you reaching out to the signing company first. I and the team want to be the first point of contact for you. No one else is offering that. Once you do actually start doing jobs, we're here for you. I don't want you asking the signing company, well, should I use this color ink? What kind of paper should I use? No, because that gives vibes like you don't know what you're doing. So that's what the mentorship is all about. It's not just about chit-chatting or the courses. No, it's about helping you to succeed in these assignments. Okay? So come on back, Des. How in-depth is the book? Well, it's as in-depth as you want it to be, LaVictor. It has everything you need to get started, literally. I'll tell you a few things in the book, and you're not going to learn everything you need in the book. The book is to help you to get what? What did I say? I was pretty clear. I'm always clear, guys. I don't pull a okey doke. I don't tell you one thing and I mean something different. Okay. Oh, thank you guys. I'm glad it's making sense. It teaches you how to start. Okay. How to start your business. So, what does that look like? We go over some basic information for Georgia notaries. This is for every state, not just Georgia, but this is what the books say. All are pretty much the same thing. Go over what is a mobile notary, what is an attorney state, because you need to know that. How can you become a notary signing agent in the state of Georgia when the handbook says you cannot be one, right? The state of Georgia handbook says there is no such term as notary signing agent. So how is Kimmi a notary signing agent? And I've already explained it to you. Certain documents do have to be notarized by an attorney, okay? What kind of training do I need? What is a signing company? How to become the preferred notary? We talk about a little bit about the pricing. How is it that Kimmi could charge $125 for some, but everybody else only charging $2? Oh, you need to know. Knowledge is power, and then it's only powerful if you put it in action. So that's why you need mentorship, okay? How to start your general notary business. I go over that. How to market your business. What's the difference between general notary and long signing? Talk a little bit about remote notary, even though it's not legal in Georgia. That was a little rumor running. How to network with other notaries. And should you quit your day job? So it's pretty thorough. You can get the ebook for $6. This one is like $14.97, okay? So believe me when I tell you, you will get your $6.97 worth. That's how we roll. All right. So it's very in-depth. I don't do anything half-stepping. Nothing. Thank you, Abstract Mind. LaVictor. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all the ones. Yes, that says, come on, get back in the loop, girl. Let's do this. Are you a girl or boy? But come on back. Come on back. Get back in the loop. And the thing is, to get in the loop and stay in the loop. Just because the business may not be, and actually, there's not a slow time. People ask me that all the time. What's the slow time? There really isn't a slow time. You can make it a slow time because there are times when I'm like, you know what? I ain't going out. And my husband will hear me start pricing a job. And he says, you must don't want to go out today. You're not hungry. He's right. There are days when I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll call somebody else, give it to somebody else, let them make the money. And that's where networking comes into play too. So it may be times when it's like, nah, I'm good. I already made my money for the week. So I'm not going out Friday night at 9 o'clock. Somebody else may want to go out Friday night at 9 o'clock. So we were talking about that earlier. Let's wrap up the part about doing a 9 to 5 though. So there are jobs on the weekend. I already explained that to you, how that works. People need a notary 7 days a week. You may work before you go to work. You may run your business before you. If you start work at 9, you work at home. You might do jobs between 6 and 8:30. You got to get creative. In our group, we have people working all different kind of schedules. Everybody does not have the same circumstance. Some people like, well, you got a husband or you got kids, you got a dog, you got a cat. Everybody get the same amount of hours in a day, guys. They really do. So not to be insensitive, right? And it may not be for you certain parts of the business at a certain time, right? You may want to learn the business and focus on apostilles. You may want to learn the business and focus on loan signing. You may strictly just want to do general notary work, right? Those are your main money makers. Can you make a full-blown business doing ink fingerprinting? Not typically, okay? Field inspections, yes, because one of my students, shout out Joseph, he is killing the field inspection game. If you've not seen my field inspection course or the mystery shopping course, you want to check them out because we got people, one girl in our class, one lady, she just did the mystery shopping course. I released it last week. She did it the same day. Next day, she had a job. So results are guaranteed, but if you don't put nothing out there, I can guarantee you one thing, ain't nothing happening. If you don't change where you are today, if you don't invest in yourself, if you don't start, doing something with your business, it's going to be the same way it is next week, next year, 6 months from now, 2 years from now. If you make no change, nothing's going to happen. But what typically happens when people join mentorship is they're around like-minded people. So every week people are winning. Where you on YouTube and it's like, well, the market is slow. The interest rates have changed. Ain't nobody going to pay you to come out. Everybody's lowballing. Just wham, 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 whine. If you're around them kind of people, that's all you listen to all day. That's what your business is going to look like. You ain't going to even try. But then you get in a room with winners, For real, people that's doing the thing, because I do the thing, so I can sit here in confidence and say, yeah, you're going to get some signings. Now, we had somebody recently, and no shade, but we had somebody recently that was like, well, I'm not getting any signings. I'm not getting any signings. Oh, okay. So we did a deep dive, because I'm like, well, she was getting some. What happened? Deep dive into it. Ask more questions. It's like, oh, they're not as close as you would like them to be. So see, that's the difference. It's the difference between I'm not getting any versus they're too far. Okay? It's a difference. It's like a young lady, and this happens. I know a lot. I have a lot of single friends. Girl, ain't nobody trying to talk to me. Ain't no men out there. Ain't no this. Ain't got no jobs. Ain't no this. Ain't no that. But it's not the man you want to talk to you, but there are men talking to you. The one you want to talk to you has a 6-figure, drive the Beamer, they still call it Beamer, drive the Lambo and dressed up and all that. But the one talking to you, well, he works at a department store. He drives a Honda. He makes $50,000 or $40,000. So it ain't like they ain't trying to talk to you. It ain't who you want to talk to. There's a difference. Okay? So one day me and my sister was talking. I don't think she'll mind if I share this, but we were talking with some other older people, and they were like, yeah, and the comment was made, yeah, I need somebody look like Samson from the Bible. I'm like, she needs somebody more like Boaz, okay? So really quick, this is not that channel, but Boaz, Samson, if you heard, and if you know, David, Samson, all of them are described in the Bible as being beautiful men. Like fine, okay? Beautiful men. However, Boaz was older, right? But Boaz was rich. Tyler Perry just did a revision of that movie, actually. Pretty cute. I liked it. It's clean, too. Pretty cute. I really liked it. So anyway, the point is, the signings are out there. Now, is it the signing you want? Is it right around the corner? Is it right at the time? I want it at 10 o'clock in the morning. It may not be at 10 o'clock in the morning, but there's a signing coming to your phone. Now, if you take it or not, that's up to you. It may not be within a 5-mile radius, right? It may be 30 miles or 40 miles, but it's up to you if you take it or not, right? So that's the same thing in this notary space. So I'm kind of picky sometimes. I'm like, I'm not doing this. But when I first started, I did everything. I did jobs for $30. $30 times 30 days is $900. What could you do with $900 extra per month? What could you do? Now, I teach you the counter offer. Okay, I teach you the counter offer. All right. So most of the time, your job ain't going to be $30. But let's go on the low end. So you make it $30. At one time during my heyday with the signings, when I was taking those $30 jobs, I went to my mailbox every day, $30, $30. Now, it takes 30 to 45 days to get paid, right? Some companies may take 60, whatever. But when they had started hitting, like imagine every day going to your mailbox, you got $30 every day. What for 25 minutes worth of work, an hour? Most people ain't making $30 an hour. Most people, even you guys listening to me right now, most of you do not make $30 an hour. So I don't frown up and say, well, it's only this. It's only that. And if I do now, that's because I put in the work. So I know my value. I know my stuff. I know I'm not going to mess up a seller's package for $300,000. Their property is worth $300,000. I'm not messing up their documents. I know I'm going to get them back on time using FedEx. I know I'm going to use the right shipping label. I know how to execute a document. I know what the word execute means. So yeah, I can request a little bit more, right? Right? When you go to the doctor, you got your general practitioner, and then you got your specialty doctor. The specialty doctor's copay is a little bit more than when you go to the regular doctor. I'm a specialty doctor, okay? I can go talk to my person at the urgent care about my heart condition, I'm just saying these are just examples. I can go talk to them about my eye condition, my ear condition, or whatever, right? Hey, doc, I got a little extra wax. And he's like, I can't handle it. Now I got to go see the specialist, the audiologist, the cardiologist. You see what I'm saying? I'm a notariologist. I crack myself up, guys. I'm a notaryologist. Oh, I like that. Hey, one of y'all gonna take that as your name for your business. Give me the credit. Give me the credit. I'm a notaryologist. Okay, I'm not a notary. I'm a notaryologist. I'm a specialty notary, right? Because I'm coming out to you in the evening when your bank is closed. I'm coming to you when FedEx can't do it. Your ID is expired. Can I take it in my state? Can you take it in your state? FedEx says no. They don't do notarizations, period. But UPS, they like, nope, can't do it because it's expired. Nope, 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 and nope. But could your girl do it? Perhaps. Perhaps. So I'm a notariologist. Okay? Cardiologist. You get it? I'm not a regular $2 notary. You can keep your $2. I don't even want it. I don't even charge you $2 in my state. I talk about that in the book. I'll talk about it right now. I don't charge them $2. You can keep that. I don't care about your $2. But I know before I pull my truck out and I come travel to you, it's going to be a minimum of $50. Are you making $50 an hour? No shade. But do you? Do you? Could you? Do you already have your notary commission and it's just sitting there? You know, I noticed the last 2 days I've had to get tough a little bit, you know? But it's only because I want y'all to win. After that government shutdown, I saw a lot of stuff, y'all. I saw a lot of stuff. And people we are just so programmed that it's got to be this way or no way. There's no room for outside the box. I talked about this a long time ago. It might have been in one of our trainings. I was listening to something. Oh, that guy, Callum. If you've never heard of him, all his videos get like 1 million views. He just interviewed people about toxic smells, cancer, health, all kinds of stuff. And he did he interviewed this guy and it was talking about something with business. Let me get y'all comments. I'm gonna tell y'all this it was so interesting about the ant. Hold on one second. If I forget, tell me. I'm coming right back to it. You're welcome. Oh, I'm a female. Okay, that's this. Okay, cool. Deanna Parker says, what supplies are essential to get started? I just went over that. Oh, with notary signings. Okay, I'll come back to that one because I kind of went over that. But let's talk about the notary signing agent supplies. Very good. Good question, Deanna. 1 second. So let me tell you about this ant really quick. So this is what I'm talking about. Step outside the box. So it was a little illustration that the man had. He had a round circle. And he was saying how ants, they saw the circle. Some of the ants, right? They drew a circle. And the ants, they thought the circle, because it was black with a magic marker on the paper, they thought it was a real barrier. A real barrier. So they wouldn't try to go outside of it because they saw the black circle. They would not try to go out of it. So eventually, a couple of the ants decided, you know what? I'm just going to see what happens. And they got out of the circle because they just tried it. They just tried it. Are you in a circle? Are you in a circle? Well, that notary business works for Kimmi over there, but it won't work for me. I'm no different than anyone else other than I put the work in. I put the work in. Your girl don't play. Y'all know that. I'm an executor. Okay? I get things done. Even here between me and my husband, we're different. We're different. Me and him can talk about something. I'm getting ready to go do it. He's still thinking about it. I already started the process. I get things done. That's what I do. Everybody operates differently. And you get the right to, right? This is your business. You don't have to go as fast as I do. But it's very rare that I'm just sitting on something. I've had several, for example, let me get Deanna's question and then I'm going to come back to, I'm going to give you an example. Your girl don't play. I execute. You can execute too. I'm no different. A lot of people we're not taught that in school. Most of our parents are not entrepreneurs. We didn't grow up like that, right? We did not. It's just facts. Now, I grew up in a home where my dad had a full-time job, but because of the situation, he worked at Ford Motor, they would get laid off a lot. So he had to become an entrepreneur. He had babies to feed. We wanted to eat. But Deanna says, and I'm going to tell you about this, how fast I execute. Deanna says, what supplies are essential to get started with notary signings? So for notary signings, Deanna, all the basic things you need for a notary, we already talked about that. your journal, your ink pad, your ink stamp, your ink pens, clipboard, stuff like that, right? But in addition to that, when you want to become an actual notary signing agent, you have to have at least a single tray printer. You have to. And even now, guys, you have to almost have a printer to do inspections. So we were talking, I do pop-up live calls within our group. I do pop-up live calls within our group, and Mr. Joseph was sharing with us that there's an inspection company before that was paying him maybe like $50 or so, $70, but now they're paying him a print fee. So instead of them mailing out the documents, because that's the initial way he was receiving it. And see, companies are getting slicker too. And it's not even being slick, it's business, okay? Let's remember, everything you do should be business, okay? So what the initial field inspection company he was working with, and I'm coming back to your question, so just listen and be patient for me, Deanna. Um, the initial company he was working with, they would mail out the documents via FedEx or UPS. And I used to have the same different companies I work with. They would mail me the package to the home. I would take it to the location. But they're like, wait a minute, why pay UPS to deliver the package when I could email it to the notary, let them print it for me? I could pay the notary $10 where I got to pay UPS $25. You see the difference? And then multiply that times however many field inspectors they have. So that's what he said they were doing. So one of the questions on the application was, do you have a printer? So now a lot of companies are asking, do you have a printer? Now they don't ask you what kind, okay? But you do want to get a printer and a laser printer. I believe it's laser. I always forget the two. Nah, inkjet is the one that runs when it gets wet. So they want a laser printer. That's industry standard, okay? That's just facts. You can go buy something else if you want to, but you're going to turn right back around and buy a laser printer. Not to mention they're more efficient. So you do need at least a single tray to get started. Now, it may be hard for you to find a dual tray printer because that was a problem for a lot of notaries for years. They couldn't even find one if they wanted to. They could have $600-700 in their hands, but they couldn't even find one, okay? But if you can't find one, at least get you a single tray and a workaround, because some of your packages will have legal and letter, okay? You're going to have shorter paper and longer paper. And the workaround for that is something called page separator, page sorter. We're using Notary Rotary, okay? And Notary Rotary is free. It's free. You don't have to sign up for anything, but they have an app over there, or I guess it's called an app, whatever it's called. But they have a function where you can put your documents in there and it'll sort the pages out for you. So for example, pages 1 through 10 are letter, and then 10 through 40 are legal. It will separate it for you. So you do have to have at least a single tray, okay? I always recommend getting a few supplies from UPS and FedEx, because you have to mail the packages back. Sometimes you go in a store, they don't have any, so I like to have my own. So I have my own in my car. I have some in my home office up here. What else do you need for loan signing agent? You need a print. Of course, you need print, ink, toner, all that kind of stuff for your printer. You don't have to get it immediately because it comes with it. You know, you need some paper, legal letter size paper. I use the Amazon. There is a full-blown notary supply list at notaryeducators.com. It's completely free. So you can check that out, notaryeducators.com. And for most of you, you don't have to buy everything on there, but I want you to know what you need eventually, okay? I want to show you. Hey, Beauty is her name. What's up? What's up? Beautiful, back to ya. Hey, Sean, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday, everybody. We got quite a few new people, so if you got any questions, feel free to drop it. I want to show you how quick I execute, though. So I have a journal, right? I have several of them. It's 15. It's a whole journal collection, so check it out at notaryeducators.com. But one of our sessions, shout out Mr. Eric, he was like, hey, can I get that journal in, it's 15 different ones. So I'm just showing you a few of them, okay? So that's one. We got this pink. Okay, we got 15 different ones. So you can check it out and see which one you like. Got the snow leopard. Okay. So anyway, during the session, Mr. Eric was like, oh, I love the journal. He was like, can I get that in, can I get it in hardback? I was like, or he asked me, does it come in hardback? That was the question. I said, no. I said, it doesn't come in hardback. After the session was over, I got to thinking, I wasn't even in town. I was out of town. I was doing some work somewhere else. And I said, wait a minute. I'm about to work on this right now. So I started working on it right that second. And what came out of it? Hardback. All 15 come in hardback. Now, I love the paperback, but the hardback is equally beautiful. Aren't they beautiful? So, yeah, I don't play. Slow money don't make no money. People don't open their mouth, don't make no money. We got to move, people. We got to move. You should not be sitting on your notary commission. Some of y'all been watching me for like 5 years. Thank you. I appreciate it. But you got to execute too. Get in the room and let's execute. You're welcome, Deanna. Get in the room and let's execute. What other questions do you all have while I'm sitting here? What else? What else do you have while I'm here? I'll hang out a few more minutes. About five more minutes. Hey guys, I see a lot of people just hopped on. Any questions? You can go back and watch it from the beginning, but if you actually have a burning question you want to know, let's do it now. In the meantime, I'm going to tell y'all really quick about the mentorship program. So you have two options to enter our mentorship program. You can join today. Start now. Don't wait. Quit waiting. Start now. $27 entry point or $47 entry point. The $27 entry point gets you access to our 5 major core courses that you need to start your business today. There's no need to wait. You can start right now. After you click join, you have access to the courses, right? Our first session this week, I don't know if it's on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Anyway, the schedule is at notaryeducators.com too. You can see what we're talking about this week. You can go back and watch all the replays. You have access to everything. So you can start right now. There's no need to wait. It's not like, well, let me join today. I'll start next week. Nope. As soon as I end, you can start. All right. So you got a $27 option or the $47 option. $47 gets you the whole kit and caboodle. Okay. Everything. You can click the join me for the group me and let's go. Okay. So check it out at notaryeducators.com. Really quick, I'm just gonna share this personal thing. So I just washed my hair, guys, with what is it? Donna, what's that lady's name? Tabitha Brown. I washed my hair with her stuff. I love it. It feels so nice. My curls are popping. I could wash my hair with just about anything and the curls will pop, but it just feels so moisturized. You know, I've been chasing that for 20 years since I've been natural. And it actually feels really moist. That was just a side point. I don't work for her. I'm not selling her product. But I actually like it. It's the one with the sweet potato stuff. I was watching the Good Morning America the other day, and it was on there. So I went ahead and dived in and bought it. I don't usually make impulsive buys like that. Sometimes I do, but it's rare. I buy something from a TV show. And she was on there, and I said, you know, I'm going to try her stuff. And I said, just because I buy her hair product does not mean my hair going to look like her hair, you know. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Anyway, last chance for questions. We got 2 more minutes together. Anything else? Hey, Shauna. What's going on, Shauna? It does smell good, Deanna. I love it. Do you use it? And how long have you been using it? And has it helped your hair? Now, it has a lot of oils in it. I don't typically put oils in my hair. But this weighed it down in a good way. I'm going to take when I get ready to go because I'm getting ready to get out of here. When I get ready to go, I'm going to pick it up from the root to give it a little more volume. So that's why it's just kind of flat. But I'm going to pick it up. Shauna says, thank you for motivating me on today. Oh, you're so welcome. We got to help each other. That's what the whole mentorship program is about. If you think I motivated you, when you get in that chat, you see people, I got a sign in today. I got a field inspection today. I'm doing my first apostille. Let's go. Oh, for about 6 months now. Is your hair growing? Can you see any difference in the texture? Or are you also implementing more water? Because I'm trying to do that too. Shauna says she's doing amazing. Great. I'm glad you're doing good. But yeah, guys, let's move though. Let's move. Let's not just sit here and be like, oh, that was a good sermon. Like, you know, if you went to worship or something. That was so good. I done been out before. Somebody said, what was the sermon about today? What was the pastor talking about? What was the preacher talking about? And they said, I know it was good. I'm like, it sure was. They're like, what was it about? I don't know. Your guess is good as mine, but it was good. But that's why you need repetition too. It felt good when I was there. I learned something when I was there. Can't tell you what it was, but it don't matter because I'm going back next week. So guess what? Same thing with mentorship. You're gonna learn something today. Come back next week, we talking about something else. Shauna says, can I join today for 27 and then bump up my membership as I can? Yes, you can. Yep, you can join today for 27, guys. And once you join, just start watching the courses. They're uploaded in order. There's a little welcome video. And the main thing is I want you to come to the live sessions. So we all meet together. If you're in the 27 or the 47, when you one big family. Look, if you're watching live, we are one family. So we all meet together. Nobody knows if you're in the 27. Nobody knows if you're in the 47. We are just talking it up and getting what we need to get done. Okay? Getting what we need to get done. Let's see. Deanna says, well, I started using Bask and Lather too. And I love how that makes my hair feel. And I see her hair growth and thickness with it. Oh, now I would love to have some thickness. I would love to have some thickness with my hair. So you see my curls, right? I got good curls. And again, I put so much gel in my hair. But when I get ready to go, see how straight that is? I just love how it lays. But when I get ready to go out, which shouldn't be that much longer, I'm going to, I told y'all 5 minutes, but I say 45 today. 4 more minutes, 3 more minutes. But when I get ready to go out, I'm gonna take my pick. I got a little pick, and I'm gonna pick it up and maybe give it just a little volume. Jeffrey needs a code that was sent to my phone. Oh. Jeffrey, you ready? 094566. Sorry, guys. This is live. And they're telling us we have a suspicious transaction on our card. So he needed to get that. Yeah, but I'm going to keep using it. I'm not really consistent, but I'm going to try. Shauna says, thanks. You're so welcome. Dog, they calling me now. Oh, guys, I'm going to have to let this go. I'm going to have to get the rest of your comments because they're calling me. They want to know if this is fraud. Bye, guys. I hate to go so abruptly, but it's my bank. Bye. Love you guys. Until next time.